Hey, it's Yukari. Do you have a minute? Yeah. Hey, I want to do something next Sunday? I have to hang out with the sick dude. Or else I'd love to. Hey, it's me, Kaz. You got a minute? Sure. You want to do something next Sunday? I can't. Sundays are so busy for me, dude. Like, why can't we hang out with each other after school? You have no idea. Sunday's the only day out of the week I can go see Akinari. It'll be so much fun, though, next playthrough, because then I could just do social stuff the entire time. It'll be a social simulator. Good morning. Well, we're almost done. It feels like it went so fast. So many things happened, but I'm glad that I was able to become friends with everyone. What about you? I'm glad I met you, Fuka. Same here. I'm glad to hear that. I will do my best until the very end. Yeah, well, yeah, what's that gonna be about, huh? I was able to max 3 socials this one playthrough, and I got pretty close to maxing some other ones too. Ended up dating the treasurer. That was pretty cool. But the old couple, like, it's really, really important for me to get them maxed so that my dude has no dark. My plans will be laid bare, though, if I'm not able to make a Mithra out of Dominion like I had planned to. I never felt like... Come on, oldsters. Give me your love. Sake Mitama, Kusi Mitama, Nigi Mitama, Ara Mitama, and Mithra. Yep. I have to do it 3 days. How annoying. Oh. The number of the loss has been increasing lately, but there's only one shadow left. Once we destroy it, I'll be over. I need to save this town, man. Leave it up to me. Gotcha. Let's put a smile on everyone's face. Not mine, of course, but somebody's. Japanese people don't really do Halloween, so probably nothing to look forward to on Halloween, is there? Kikuri Hime, Daisojo, Thor. Who keeps calling? Hey, this is Kenji. Do you have time to talk, dude? I guess so. Dude, as much as I'd love to, I can't. Sundays are, like, the only day I can see Akinari. This is Chihiro. May I speak to you for a minute? I don't mind. If you're not busy, would you like to go somewhere next Sunday? Can't. I see. Maybe next time. Good night. She seemed disappointed. Need to talk with Akinari. At least the old people remember me. The monk will remember me. The sleazy businessman will remember me. So that's nice. Okay, everyone, listen up. Everyone knows what tofu is. Everyone know what tofu is, right? It's a high-protein health food made of soybeans. Soy sauce is another food that's obviously made from soybeans. Now, norio. Natto comes from soybeans too, but how is it made? It's fermented. Natto is fermented, which is why it's sticky. It's a Japanese food, but even here a handful of people can't stand the taste of it. Gave the correct answer. I've been known to know a little bit about Japanese stuff in my time. Only because natto is infamous for being gross. All these young, attractive ladies I could be hanging out with, and instead I have to go hang out with this old couple. Things I do for power. Oh, Norio-kun, it's so nice to see you. Or Norio-chan, even though I was taught that chan is mainly used for girls. That's what my Japanese teacher said. Oh, Norio-chan. But I'm a boy! Don't worry about it. I don't understand. Wow, it takes 4 days for this? Come on, man. Stupid old people. It sucks. It just feels like I'm like whizzing through the days. Baby, please. Since you have Suzaku, no thanks. No offense. Sundays are very busy for me. It'll be a full moon in 1 week. I hope you're still here till the end. Oh. Me too, maybe. October 23rd, that's Jeremy's birthday. Let's begin, class. Ahi adni tetragrammaton. We've covered the times of magical growth, and now we've just about reached the modern age. Tetragrammaton is a name of a Mars Volta album. Every art or science branches off into sub-studies as it progresses. Magic, too, was subdivided around the 18th century. Some people preached about morals, some focused on communicating with spirits, and so on. There was even a man who founded modern psychology through his research on hypnosis. This too was magic, the ability to see into the human mind. As a result of the flourishing magical research, witch hunts became more common. To avoid this, magic began to progress in secret societies. I'm sure many of you have heard of these organizations. The Rosicrucian Order, the Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Golden Dawn. Well, the Freemasons were all about logic and science, dude. And the Illuminati are devil worshippers. Many of these societies are still with us today, and the forefathers of modern magic are too numerous to count. For instance, there's Eliphas Levi, the man who attempted to combine modern and ancient systems of magic. His literature, which took a scientific approach, is still published today. Madame Blavatsky, or Blavatsky, was the biggest magician of the 19th century and a renowned theosophist. Many magical societies have stemmed from the Theosophical Society that she founded. Mesmer opened the path to psychology in his studies of life energy. Rudolf Steiner helped spread the knowledge of anthropophagy, whatever the fuck that is. And there was Aleister Crowley, of course. The 20th century's grand magician. I mean, all they did was murder cats and drink blood. And Gurdjieff, a mystic who taught his many students the fourth way. All of them had incredible stores of knowledge. Are you still listening? You're not frozen with fear, I trust. I'll test you to see how well you've been paying attention. Get it wrong and your zodiac will change. Aha, or the 9 tetragrammaton. Who to choose? Ah, no, acid. This dude's a crackpot. Who was the founder of Theosophy, which gave rise to many magical societies? It was Madame Blavatsky. Very good, memory purified on your lucky day. Now then, the magical arts progressed even further with practical use, with the knowledge spread by the people we've discussed today. Your charm is increased. Aleister Crowley had sex with all kinds of people, had a venereal disease, and ended up dying in Africa because he was ousted from fucking Great Britain. And Thelema, the whole thing that he founded, was just basically a cult. They would take, do ritual animalistic sacrifice and like drink blood of like animals and shit. It was just like, I mean, this shit was back in the 50s and like 40s and 50s, I think. So back then people weren't aware of like diseases and shit that spread through doing that kind of thing. It was magical though. He developed sex magic. That's what he was famous for. I know a little bit about Aleister Crowley. What did I walk in on? They were talking about different magic because one of the teachers is a whack job, and I was talking about Aleister Crowley, who was famous for sex magic and drinking animal blood. It's also the song Mr. Crowley is written about Aleister Crowley. But that's what you walked in on, nothing super crazy. But as someone who... I'm not really interested in magic per se, but I'm a very spiritual person. Like, you hear these names spoken of, like you hear people talk about Aleister Crowley, but like there's so much told about a person from so many different angles, so it's better for you to like read about them yourself and understand like what kind of person they were. And he was a pretty devious dude. Even if the tree is gone, you'll still live on inside us. Bukichi's sleep talking. Take a closer look. Oh, Norio-chan, you're here. You didn't have to wake me up. Or were you just eager to see my pretty face? Oof. I feel relieved now, probably because the problem has been solved. Even though it's the middle of the day. I feel so sleepy. I had no idea, but that does sound fun to research. Yeah. I mainly was interested in learning who Aleister Crowley... Well, one, because he was called the Witch of London. Like, he was really famous in the 40s and 50s for starting, like, a renowned interest in the occult, and he was really famous for, like, his nefarious deeds. And Ozzy Osbourne wrote a song called Mr. Crowley about him. Which, the story behind that is, the guitarist from Led Zeppelin, his name is, Don't tell me, don't tell me. It's slipping my mind. Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page apparently wrote a letter to Aleister Crowley thanking him for his book or whatever. And that's what that song was about. Why are you relieved? Since Mutsuko's here too, I think it's time we told you. Norio-chan, we sent a letter to Gekko-kan. I told him to cut the persimmon tree down. What? Wow, you should have seen your reaction, Norio-chan. It was totally worth it to surprise you like that. Bukichi seems happy. Sorry that we did without asking you. Recently, I went to visit the persimmon tree and I met a student on my way back. He told me that the school is planning to build a new addition. It would be selfish of an old man like me to deprive those young people of new learning opportunities. I think it'd make our son happy too, since he was a teacher. Helping those kids is more important than hanging on to his memory. Look at Mitsuko. Norio-chan. But we're hoping, as we believe our son is in heaven too, that more kind students like you, Norio-chan, will graduate from Gekko-kan. Please take this. It's the first fruit produced by the persimmon tree. It's a little rough around the edges like our son. Mitsuko is the one who suggested we give it to you, Norio-chan. Obtain persimmon fruit. You feel the old couple's great appreciation. Yay, it's Max. Now I can make Daisojo and he'll get null light. Thou art I, and I am thou. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Hierophant Arcana has been set free. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Koryu, the ultimate form of the Hierophant Arcana. But yeah, you know, like, one of the teachers in this game talks about magic, and he's a whack job, and, like, all the teachers in this game are, like, whack jobs who shouldn't be teaching. And the dude just loves to hear himself talk about nonsense. Now we have to cheer up and get on with our lives. We're too old to waste a single day. Our son would want us to be happy. I'm sure he's smiling down on us from heaven. It's difficult having such a well-respected son. Oh, does it sound like I'm boasting? You talk with the old couple till sunset. Who's gonna run your shop after you guys pass away? I mean, you guys ever thought about that? You know, because my girlfriend, Chihiro, really likes books. Maybe we could take over the shop.
Oh, hey!
The lost are increasing, huh? That makes me think that a shadow's coming, but this will be the last one, right? So let's do our best. Yeah. Here. But yeah, I'm actually a superstitious person. Like, I know that, like, it makes no sense to be superstitious in a scientific world. So I personally don't mess with magic and shit like that, but it's definitely interesting to research people who are automatically demonized as evil. I don't know if I'd necessarily call Aleister Crowley evil. I mean, there's probably a lot of sexual abuse in his cult, and the fact that they murdered animals like cats is fucked up, and they drank the blood, that's also fucked up. He was a big proponent of sex magic, like I said, and believed that that was the most powerful way to cast spells was to have sex with people, and he had like venereal diseases. He was quite a grody person. And I think eventually he was like, not really banished, but he was like run out of Great Britain. I think he lived in Africa. Or maybe it was India. I forget. It's been a long time since I've looked him up. So here's the plan, lovelies. I'm going to make Daisojo, which is a really powerful light user in this game. And he requires a very specific recipe. He requires Dominion, Pixie, and Lilum. But I have a couple of dudes in my roster that are just taking up space. Like, I think I got Ganga and someone else who's just here. Ganga? Oh, it's just Ganga. What is your deal? Bufala, Charmdy, and Media. That'd be so adorable, another generation of bookworms. Sorry for the chat delay. Oh, that's fine. It would be nice if like that sort of thing happened, but I have not beaten the game yet, so I don't know how it ends. So no spoilerinos for that part. But I mean, if you stop to really think about these relationships that you're creating with people, and it's like, you know, this poor old couple, it sounds like they only had one kid. And it's like, well, dang, man, like, what's gonna happen to your bookstore after you guys pass away? Like, it's an unfortunate inevitability that they're gonna die. The fact that they're still running it and they're like 70 plus years old is like, you know, kudos to them, but they must get tired. Dominion, Pixie, and Lilum. So that's gonna be a little pricey. Pixie and Lilum are cheap, but Dominion's hella expensive. Dominion, 65k. Pixie is Lovers, and Lilum is Devil. Let me make sure I got that right. Dominion, Pixie, Lilum. To make Mithra. Hopefully I have all the Mitamas. Saki Mitama, Kusi Mitama, Nigi Mitama, Ara Mitama. Hopefully I got them all. That's also going to be expensive pulling all those dudes out. Misunderstood figures are good to research so that you can form your own opinions, and clearly that dude took free love and religion to a dark place. Yeah. Free love in and of itself is like, that's cool and all, but like, people were so careless about like, you know, the possibility for like sexually transmitted diseases and stuff. Itchy crotch, I don't know if it's really worth the whole free love thing. So I need Hama Boost and Hamon. Come on, baby, don't fail me. Hama Boost, Mahama Dam. Come on, baby. Hama Boost, Hamon. Hama boost Mahama. Come on, man. Hama on. I almost spit on my tea, itchy crotch. Yeah, sorry about that. Like, free love is a nice concept, but it does come with some minor drawbacks. Corresponding social link is at level 5. This person will receive a fair amount of power from it. So we got Hama boost, Hama on. I am Mithra, the stalwart harbinger of thy victory. Never apologize, we need more laughter. Oh. Well, I mean, you're welcome for the laughter, but I mean, it would suck having to clean up tea. Knowing my lazy ass, I would be like, oh man, I spit tea everywhere and I gotta clean this shit up too. Dodge electric, huh? Let me get rid of Mahama. Or I guess Hama. Okay, so Daisojo is Mithra. Okay, my thing worked so far, so pretty sweet. Hopefully this is the right recipe. It's a very specific recipe for this persona. Let me go save first. I'll save it as a new save in case this recipe is wrong, because that was still kind of pricey. But Saki Mitama, Kusi Mitama, Mithra, Nigi Mitama, and Ada Mitama. 5 personas. This is the first 5 persona fusion I've done. And he will be glorious. Hopefully. Did all that shit just to get Hama boost and Hama on. And it's like, you know, not counting all the shit that all the Mitama dudes are gonna have on them.